Swept in by Josh Karoma.
Flips this one in. Goes to the far post. Nagayama with the goal.
Good evening, one and all. Happy Friday to you all. Welcome back into the channel. As today, of course, we will be doing, or tonight, should I say, we are doing a watch along. Not a watch along. What am I talking? I'm daydreaming, guys. Let's start again. And tonight, we are going to be doing a match preview to the game this weekend against QPR. I was thinking about the watch along I did on Monday. That was what it was. But yeah, I hope you all had a good week. And like I say, ready for another weekend of football. Plenty of football on offer. Obviously, our game on Sunday will be the biggest game that we need to win, as we know, but I'd be lying if I said I had any confidence in this weekend, because how can you? But we're going to get into it, as I said. But yeah, anybody that's here, big up to you all. Thank you for watching there. Thank you for watching the watch along with me on Monday. It was really good. I really enjoyed doing the watch alongs again, and obviously there'll be plenty more to come. We're doing. Oh yes, of course, we'll be doing a watch along for this game. Our game, should I say, not this thing, our game on Sunday. So I'll be doing a watch along for that. So that's my next watch along. So it'd be good to see some of you, join me on Sunday. But obviously, we're going to get into the match preview now. As I said, always love to hear your thoughts in the chat. So let me know what you think as we go along. And anybody that's watching this on playback as well, make sure you get your comments in down below as well. I don't want to leave you guys out that can't always tune in live, but will still come and tune in when you can. So I appreciate everybody that supports this channel. But yeah, we're going to get to the comments first before we get going. RS says, big up, Ryan. Hope you're well. Make sure to drop a like once you enter and subscribe if you're new. I mean, yeah, big up to you, Horace. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I said, please, guys, if you can, drop me a like on this video. It does just help the video get some more people. And also subscribe. We're actually only 8 away now from 400, which is crazy. If we can get to 400 very soon, we're getting closer now. And yeah, I have to kind of pinch myself because, it's been a steady rise for me, and I'm just obviously loving being back on YouTube and delivering content. I'm actually enjoying it, again. And I suppose, mind you, I don't want to get into that now. But obviously, it's nice to be able to start enjoying it. So anyway, I'm waffling on now, so we're going to move on. But yeah, big up to you, Horace. Thank you. No Moore, Blue Terry, absolutely no Moore. End of story. Good evening to Ole. Good evening to you. Hope you're well, mate. Thank you for dropping in. And yeah, welcome in. And Aiden's in. Hello to you, Aiden. He says, hi, mate. Hope you're okay. Yeah, not so bad. Hope you're well. Hope you had a good week. And yeah, thank you for joining me. But yeah, we're going to get into it. We're not going to mess around now, because I've kind of messed around for long enough now at the start. But yeah, so yeah, we know how these match previews work. So obviously we focus on the opposition first. So let's get into the opposition. So obviously QPR. I mean, yeah, QPR struggling, very much struggling like us. Even they did win last week, but they have only won one in the last 7 games. Obviously, that game last weekend was that win against Millwall, which they won 2-0. So they not only scored 2 goals, they actually got a clean sheet as well, which, they haven't done that often this season. Now, formation-wise, what do we expect from QPR? Obviously, since their new manager came at the end of October, they've kind of switched between that 4-2-3-1 formation and the 4-3-3. So expect to see one of that. I would probably say that they'll go for the 4-2-3-1 tomorrow. Just got a funny feeling that's what they'll go with. Obviously, we'll go into the players to look out for as well. But I want to just check their lineup that they did last time out. which was on Saturday. I did have this set up, but it seems to have gone. So I'm just going to quickly do it for you guys here. So yeah, they have. So they set up at home last weekend against Millwall with Ed Begovic in goal, Kenneth Parle on the left back, Jack Clark-Salter in the middle with Steve Cook, experienced Steve Cook, of course. Reggie Cannon on the right. They have Sam Field and Jack Colback as the two DMs. And then further forward, they've got Ilias Chair on the left, Lyndon Dykes as the cam, and Chris Willock on the right with Sinclair Armstrong up top. So that's what they had. That's what they were played with last week. So I expect it to be similar this weekend, I would say. I don't think they haven't really got that big of a squad to be able to maybe change it up a bit if they want. So I expect to see that kind of similar lineup. Maybe one or two, maybe not there, but more or less that'll be the lineup they play with. George is in. He says, evening to you, George. I hope you're doing good. And Ian says, don't forget, mate, we play Sunday this week, and it's just because you said tomorrow, long. Did I say tomorrow? Bloody heck, I'm having a mare tonight. I'm not doing very well. I'm stuttering my words. I'm daydreaming, and I'm saying everything wrong. So I do apologize if I said tomorrow. I meant Sunday. I think it's probably because we play Saturdays. That's why. So, yeah, but anyway, thank you for correcting me there. And, yeah, we'll keep going. It's fine. It's only the start of the show. We will keep going and hopefully have a better time as we go along. But yeah, thank you for that. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to get into the players to look out for. So guys, if you want to make sure you put your players that you think we should be looking out for this weekend in QPR colours in the chat, and I'll read them out. But first of all, I'm going to do mine. So first player that I really like, I've always been a big admirer of this guy is Ilias Chair. Now, very pacey, skillful winger for QPR, caused so many problems for opposition. And even though QPR is struggling, obviously his consistency might not be there, he's still a player that's really dangerous. Obviously on the left-hand side, he usually plays on the wing. A couple of goals he's got already this season and assists this season as well. So he's more than contributed to the cause, but obviously maybe not the numbers he was wanting. But he's still a very dangerous player. So we're going to have to look out for him. And I believe he's on the left. He'll be facing on the right. Yeah, he'll be on the right side. So it'll be Brodie Spencer that will be up against Chairs. So and we know how good Brodie's been since he's come back. So I think that'll be a really good battle to see what happens there, to be honest with you. But yeah, so Ilias Chair for me, definite one to look out for. Next up, we've got Lyndon Dykes, who has got 4 goals to his name this season. Like I say, always capable of, coming up with the odd goal. And if you give him time and space, he will certainly put it in the back of the net, if not test the keeper. So Lyndon Dykes is another one. I think we have to be careful with him. Don't give him time. And my next player that I've chosen is Kenneth Parle. Now, I hope I've said his name correctly, but it does look like it's how it's pronounced. Obviously, the left back, arguably one of QPR's most consistent performers over the last 2 seasons. Now this season, he's got 3 goals and an assist. So again, from that position to get 3 goals and obviously an assist as well, he likes to get 4, but also defensively, he's very good as well. Even though at times that hasn't really shown because QPR have obviously conceded a lot of goals, but you can't always put it down to just one man. Obviously, there's other defenders in there as well that have not really helped themselves. So yeah, so I think he's decent at defending. Also, he likes to get forward. So for me, he's my top 3 to watch, I would say. Aiden says players to look out for: Chair, Dykes, Armstrong, Willock, and Steve Cook. Yeah, I mean, obviously, a name that I mentioned, obviously, Willock. Yeah, I like Willock. I think he's a good player. Also, Armstrong. He's come from non-league, hasn't he? I believe. I think he's come through the ranks in non-league level. I think he was at Shamrock Rovers, who again are kind of a. I think they're not a very high level. So anyway, but Steve Cook, experience. We know what he's going to do. Very experienced with his time at Bournemouth. We know him very. I know him. Seen plenty of how he plays. The clubs he's had, and he's had a great career, hasn't Steve? So. Yeah, a player that I really respect there. And the United Ways in, big up to you, mate. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate that. I hope you're doing well. And obviously, I was in your stream earlier watching that. But yeah, big up, mate. Thank you for dropping in. So yeah, I mean, they've got other names like Jack Colback, who obviously has got a couple of goals as well. He's good on the ball. I think he likes to get forward. Obviously, he likes to get a tackling. Does a good job wherever he's been. Really, I think he's done all right. Chris Willock as well. 3 goals to his name. And Asmir Begovic. Don't forget the goalkeeper, Asmir Begovic, who of course was once at Chelsea. He's been at Stoke. He's been quite a few clubs, hasn't he? Really, Asmir Begovic, but. His experience, so in that goal, we're going to have to, well, I would say test him, but we don't get forward enough to do that. But, yeah, if we're going to score, it's going to have to be a very good goal because, yeah, he's a good goalkeeper. Now, their manager is Marty Cifuentes, who, like I said, was only appointed at the end of October after Gareth Ainsworth lost his job. I mean, the team's form has slightly improved. Maybe the losses that they got under Ainsworth has kind of been turned to draws sometimes now. And then scraping the odd win they've got as well. But there's only been a slight improvement since he's coming to fair the manager. But it's one of those, isn't it? It's always difficult coming in at that time, kind of halfway, not halfway through the season, but when the season's already started, because you don't have any period to work with your players. You're straight in and you're just playing, you're just relentless with the schedule. As we know in the Championship, it's just relentless. So there's no settling in period. So, but, as manager, you have to get results, and he's not really done that. He's probably done better than Ainsworth did, but not much. So if you look at QPR, they've won 6 games all season. So 3 at home and 3 away. They've lost 16 and they've drawn 6. So look, they've had a disastrous season, just like us. Averaging 0.86 goals scored per game, which, wow, that is just so poor. And the average goals conceded for them were 1.39 per game. So, look, they love to concede, but they very rarely score either. Because if you look at how many goals they've scored all season, they've only scored 24 goals all season. So, it's, they've really struggled. But, yeah, let me just have a look at the comments. All good, mate. Hoping for a good weekend. Appreciate the spot on the show earlier. Yeah, I mean, hopefully we have a good weekend for sure. But you just never know in football, do you? And especially with Huddersfield, we're not used to having good weekends, really. We're used to having weekends that are ruined. So, yeah. But, yeah, obviously, hopefully a good weekend all the same. And, yeah, no worries, man. I'm happy to come on and kind of tune in and kind of contribute. But yeah, big up to you. And Blue Tray says, we've gone downhill since we last played QPR and they've got better. Yeah, I mean, we have, obviously, the reverse fixture. We actually beat them, didn't we, 2-1? But yeah, I agree. They have got marginally better, but not much, really. They have got better, though, but yeah, I don't think they've got that much better, really. But yeah, indeed. And Aidan says, don't forget, if we don't win, Nagel basically made it clear that he'll be gone. And funnily enough, he got asked about his future today. Oh, did he? I did not watch the press. In fact, I was just happy that the obviously Radinho Balca didn't want to. He was speaking to the media today before the manager. I'm just glad that the player came first, because I just switched straight off. I closed the video down. I didn't bother listening to him because I just can't be bothered anymore. I've just had enough. He just speaks utter nonsense. But yeah, did he get asked about it? Interesting. Darren's body language when asked about his future day gives away he's under a lot of pressure. He knows it. He absolutely knows. And I wouldn't be surprised, if Nagel's had a chat, has kind of said, look, your time is, you need to start getting results, otherwise you're gone. So I think they've had the conversations with each other. I do, and rightfully under a lot of pressure, because the results don't lie. The football that's being served as well. Winning 3 games in 22 matches is appalling, absolutely appalling. And he's lucky he's still in a job. He is, because any other football club would have acted sooner than this. With the record, you can judge a manager on at least, look, he's been in the job since end of September. Just towards the end of September. So he's had 4 months, nearly 5, because we're into February soon, and we've seen no improvements. The results have been appalling, and we're getting worse. So I'm sorry. Yeah, I think for me, the fact that he's lasted this long is really poor and very naive. And I said that on one of my tweets that I did the other day. He's very naive by Nagel to keep him on, because I hope this doesn't come back to haunt us. We've kept him, I don't know what Nagel's expecting to happen here. We've seen over 20 games, and we're not seeing anything on that pitch to suggest it will improve in any way, shape, or form. So why is he holding on to somebody when it is clearly not working? It's not working. So that's my thoughts. We've spent nearly 5 million under Moore. That's more than the previous 5 managers have had combined. Look, but this idea, that these signings that have been brought in are Moore signings is a load of nonsense. It really is. And this idea that just because he's been backed in his window doesn't mean we can't get rid of him, that's also nonsense. Because the reality is we need to get results, and fast. And he's not getting results. And he hasn't for some time. So, or not enough results. In fact, he hasn't had, consistent run of results. That's what I'm saying. So, I don't know why we've allowed him to spend so much on players, to be fair. Like I said, they're not his players. I think any manager kind of that may come in, we hope will come in sooner rather than later, we'll be happy with the signs that are being made as well. So it's not, it's not a big issue really. But the fact that he's had that much money to spend is just ridiculous. He doesn't deserve that at all. So that's QPR's kind of perspective. We always focus on our opposition first, and rightfully so. We give them the respect they deserve. And we're going to move on to our perspective now, obviously. So, team news for us. Radinho Balca, obviously our signing that we made from the Eredivisie, and I cannot say the name of the club, so please, who we're signing from. Obviously, a centre-half is available. He is available this weekend, obviously after that illness that he had last weekend. He wasn't able to make his debut. But I thought it was strange, how he was ill, but yet he was able to travel with the squad to the game. How does that work? I don't understand, really. I was really confused. Obviously, he was at the game because he said it today in his press conference. But also, I heard that he was on the he travelled with the squad as well, and was like, interesting. Why wasn't he available then if he was able to travel with the squad? And surely he's available to play. But anyway, I don't know. Hopefully we get to see him. I'm really excited to see him, I really am, because he comes with quite a bit of pedigree, I would say. I think, obviously very highly rated. I think he's a player that, as I said, when we first signed him, when it obviously the other week, he comes with that kind of, obviously he's got a lot of height about it, that Helic build. Obviously, Mikael Helic, who we've got at the back. And I said it on the pre-video, that I think they will have a really nice partnership. I do. I think they will complement each other so well in that back in the defence. And the fact that we have been conceding so many goals, arguably because we invite the opposition on us most of the time, let's be honest. But we do, we have been lacking at the back for quite a bit, to be fair, in area, especially in centre half areas. So obviously we've had Helic, but someone to partner him that is doing a good job. We haven't really seen that quality next to him. Obviously, he's got a lot of pace, Valkyrie. Looks quite good. I've seen a few clips. I know they always show the best clips, but obviously he likes to. He's comfortable at the. He's comfortable with the ball at his feet, and he looks like he's a really promising sign. Like I said, let's see how he does. Let's see. Obviously as time goes, and we'll see the best of him for sure. And like I say, spending obviously over £1 million on him. I've forgotten how much we spent on this guy. Actually, was it between? I think it was 1.3 million euros, I believe. And yeah, like I said, I think this has got a good signing written all over it. And we've signed some rubbish, especially last summer when we signed who we did. Not going into any names, but you know who I'm talking about here. But yeah, let's see how he does. I'm excited. I expect him to make his debut this weekend. He'll come straight in. He's trained with the group for a week now, so there'll be no issues there. Aiden says, hallelujah. I know. Hallelujah indeed. Balka's pace could help Helic big time. Yeah, and I think that's maybe where kind of the complement each other kind of side of things will work, because obviously Balka's got the pace. Helic obviously hasn't got so much pace, but he's still very strong at the back. So that's what you need. You need that nice mix, that nice blend, don't you? So yeah, definitely good point there. The way he plays reminds me of Van Dijk. Ironically, he did say that Van Dijk was one of the players that he kind of looks up to. Obviously, being from Holland as well, and obviously Van Dijk. Yeah, so he did say that he, really looked up to him. So yeah, definitely. Hopefully, if we can. But like I say, I'm really positive and optimistic about the signing. So let's see how he does now, and I'm excited to see him play. Like I said, so. I don't think anyone else is able to return to the squad from last week's game. So apart from obviously Radinho, who obviously hasn't played for us yet. Now, if you look at our form, then let's get into our form. Let's just be depressed for a short time. Not winning 4 matches, obviously losing twice and drawing twice. Bearing in mind, as we all know, the 2 draws most recently had to be wins in both of those. But, we failed miserably due to Moore's inept tactics, unfortunately. And, it's just been the same rubbish every week with these results. Last one on Boxing Day, so we're winless in 2024. We're nearly in February. It's just shambles. It really is. And we've averaged 1 goal scored per game, so we're slightly better than QPR, and we've actually conceded more than QPR expected to, 1.64 goals per game. And we know where that's come from, because we constantly, with Moore's tactics, we are constantly under pressure because of how we set out and how we, the 10 men behind the ball, inviting pressure and allowing the opposition to come at us every single week. So it's no surprise. It doesn't mean that our defence is shocking. It just means that it doesn't matter who you have in that defence, to be honest with you. If you play a style of player like this, you are asking for trouble. I don't care who you are. If you're constantly under pressure, as the back line is, then you're going to break eventually. And that's what's happening time and time again. Now, the goals conceded have been very poor at times from our perspective, but I just think the defence have had no respite. And that is why they're making maybe more errors than what they usually do. So what we've seen before, So yeah, that's just my perspective. We've won twice away all season. We've drawn 6 and lost 6. And yeah, so our away record isn't that great. We have scored more goals than QPR. Not this is anything to be celebrated, by the way, but we've managed 28 goals scored all season, which obviously with the 1 goal per game average, that's kind of where that's come from, because obviously we've played 28 games now. Joshua is in. Good evening. Hello, nice to see you again. Welcome on in. Thank you for dropping in. I appreciate that. Welcome back, mate. I must have done something right on the first video, the first live stream that you did. Obviously, it was a watch along, wasn't it, on Monday? I must have done something right for you to come back. But yeah, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Blue says that if we do change managers, it could be interesting, as Nagel has said he wants attacking football. So that rules a lot of managers out. I mean, to be fair, we was told that this is what was going to be brought from Moore. So, I mean, look, I don't know. It could rule a lot of managers out, though, like you say, and I don't think the same mistake will happen. Well, like I say, we can only hope. But yeah, it does rule out quite a few managers for sure. I agree. Relegation game. This is a 6-pointer. As we say, the figure of speech goes, because we'll look into the table very shortly, guys. But I'm going to do my team lineup next. So let me know your team selections for this weekend. So, because like I said, I like to compare. So if you want to get your team lineups in, let me know down below. And yeah, but yeah, it is a relegation game for sure. Personally, I think Nichols has been poor this season as well. Saying that, he's been shit since Warnock sacked Clem. Maxwell has been our best keeper this season, in my opinion. I mean, yeah, it's interesting you say that, because since Paul Clements left, it really has gone downhill, hasn't it, in terms of the goalkeeping situation. And that's nothing against, obviously, Ian Bennett, who obviously is the goalkeeper coach now. But yeah, it has seemed to have gone downhill. I don't know. I mean, I know Nichols is coming to some scrutiny this season, and I get it. I do get it. And the fact that Maxwell has maybe produced better when we've seen him kind of speaks volumes to the level that Nichols has been at this season. It is disappointing, of course, but I don't know. I just think that maybe he's just going through a rough spell. And I still think, to get to the levels that he's got to in the past, I think you have to have something about you. You have to be a very good keeper. I just think he seems to be lacking in confidence at the moment, and he's doing things that maybe we haven't been used to seeing. And I don't think necessarily that means he's a bad goalkeeper. I just think he's going through a difficult time, I suppose, and we just hope that he can find the form that we've seen previously. And I do believe that he can get back to that form. By the way, I think he just needs to take it game by game, and this kind of football and the results aren't helping the confidence. So that's the problem, and that's why we have to change the manager ASAP, because we aren't getting results consistently under this manager. And I'll always stick by what I say. So, but yeah, Maxwell has been decent. He's been a decent little signing, to be fair. Joshua says, hope Huddersfield win this for you, mate. Yeah, cheers. Yeah, I mean, we hope so, but the W word around Huddersfield doesn't seem to happen very often, unfortunately, under Moore. And I'm laughing, but I'm not laughing in a good way. I'm actually hurting inside as I say that. But yeah, we just don't win games. We don't set out to win games. The manager doesn't set out to win games, so that's why we don't win games. As simple as that. I saw that you were live streaming, so I thought I should check back in with you. Yeah, well, big up to you. Like I say, you can click the notification bell on my channel, and you'll get a notification every time I go live. So yeah, but yeah, you're always welcome. You're always welcome. I will be doing a watch along to this game as well, Joshua. By the way, I know you came in late. I'll be doing a watch along to this, and everybody else that's coming late, I'll be doing a watch along to this on Sunday. So hopefully you guys can drop in by and say hello to me as we do a watch along there. It should be interesting. It should be very frustrating, and I will be probably ranting at one stage. But it's going to be a good stream. I can feel it. I'm not so sure about the result, though. I don't think we'll be laughing about the results. Aiden said they'd rather draw with QPR, get Moore out, and start again next Saturday with beating Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, yeah, this is it, isn't it? I mean, we just have to get rid of him, and Nagel has to act on. We will not. I'm telling you now, we are not winning this game on Sunday. And people can clip me, and people can say when we do win or whatever, oh, Ryan, you said we weren't going to win. Well, I did, but I just have zero confidence in this manager. Absolutely none. So I can't. I'm sorry, but it's hard to be positive with him on the touchline. I'm sorry, but it is. But yeah, we have to. Then we can reset and we can push on next weekend. Having said that, we should have acted quicker because now we're into a tough run of fixtures after the Sheffield. Mind you, Sheffield Wednesday will be tough, but I just mean like higher up, the teams higher up in the division will come after that, and that's where we're gonna. Well, I won't say struggle, but it's going to be more difficult. We're giving ourselves a mountain to climb here. Let me just have a look. We've got loads of thank you all for your contributions this evening so far. Josh, you said I don't know how much about any of the Championship squads apart from Leicester, Leeds, and Southampton due to them being in the Prem last season. Yeah, fair enough, mate. Obviously, yeah. I mean, you're missing out anyway. That's for sure. We love the Championship. It's a very competitive league, very good league, very unpredictable league, and it brings so much drama and entertainment every single year. So yeah, you're missing out. You should watch a bit of the Championship, trust me. But yeah, fair enough. John's evening to you, John. Evening, mate. He says it's been a wild, big game. This one. Do you fancy your chances or not? Looking forward to it. Well, I was kind of I could probably answered this already, to be fair, but am I looking forward to it? I don't think I've ever looked forward to a game that we've had with Darren Moore in charge. So that is a big no, not looking forward to it. Do I fancy our chances? I've already answered this anyway, but I'll answer it again. No, I do not fancy our chances. Like I said, it's hard to feel confident with this guy in charge. I'm sorry, but it is. Yeah, that's just me speaking honestly, and I have zero confidence, as I said, in this guy. He just has no idea. What time is kickoff? So Josh, I'll be going live at 1:15. The kickoff is 1:30. So yeah, that's when I'll be going live. So yeah, should be interesting to see what happens. But yeah. Aiden's answered yet. Okay, I won't be able to join live because I'm busy for most Sunday from 9. Ooh, a long day for you on Sunday then. A long day for you, but yeah. Anyway, no worries. Like I said, I'll be doing another watch along as well next week as well. So Thursday night I'll be doing a watch along as well. So yeah, for the Wolves v Man United game. So stay tuned for that, guys. If Moore was to go, who would you like to replace him? Well, funnily enough, John, you may know this guy very well. And this is my first choice, I would say, and it has to be John Eustace. I think he would be a good fit for us. And I really did like what he did at Birmingham for you guys. And I do see, obviously, he's still a fairly new manager, but I see him being an exciting upcoming manager, and I think he can actually, really help us. So for me, I think John Eustace. Yeah. I'm out with my dad watching basketball in Birmingham. Oh, nice one. Well, hopefully you have fun. Hopefully have a good time then, mate. Yeah. Hope you have a good day. So anyway, we've digressed, but we've had so many comments. When we haven't digressed, actually, we're speaking about the situation and everything. So at the club. So no, we haven't digressed. So I shouldn't be saying that. But yeah, we're going to get back to the planned things that I was going to say. So we're going to go into the team lineup. So like I said, if you do want to post your lineups in the chat, I will get them up on screen as well. But I'm good. By the way, before I put this lineup up, this is the lineup I would go with. But we know that it will be the same predictable formation that doesn't work and is proven that it doesn't work because Moore's inability to realise this and change it up a bit. He never does that. So, but I'm going to stick to what I believe should be the starting 11 and the formation I would go with. So I just wanted to make that clear before I get the graphic up on the screen here. So here we have my lineup, guys. So I just want us to go back to basics, me. And this will not happen, by the way, but this is my lineup. So I'm going to talk you through my lineup. I'm going to get rid of the banner so you can see the goalkeeper. You can see who it is anyway, but anyway, just anybody that doesn't. Lee Nichols obviously starts in goal for me. I want a back four, like I said, back 4-4-2 for me. So we've got Spencer at right back. Like I said, Radinho Balcrow, new signing in centre half with Mikael Helik, and Ben Jackson on the left. And then I've gone for Thomas on the right, Josh Cromer on the left, with Matos and Kasumu starting in the middle. And I have gone for two strikers because this is a game we have to be winning. Like I said, under Moore, it just seems virtually impossible, but I just want to see two strikers up there. In obviously Bojan Radulovic and obviously Healy, who both players have just come into the club. So, well, they've been here. Healy been here shorter time, but Bojan's been here a week more. But yeah, that's my lineup. I just think we have to play this. I do not want to see the three at the back. Well, five at the back, technically. I know it's classed as a 3-5, whatever. 3-5-2. But we're always seeing a back five most of the time because we're always being defensive minded and sitting behind the ball. So that is my lineup, guys, for Sunday. So let's get into your comments. John says Eustace is a good shout. However, he doesn't tend to want to work away from his home in the Midlands. Would do great for you guys, but he's similar to Moore in his defensive setup. Oh, right. I thought Eustace actually got you scoring quite a few goals, John. I didn't know it was to be fair, I still think Eustace, even though you're saying it's a defensive setup, I still think Eustace will set us up to be able to score goals too, though. I don't think it'll be 10 men behind the ball for constantly under him. So, but yeah, you make a good point. Obviously, you know him more than I do. He doesn't tend to want to work away from his home in the Midlands. Now, the thing is, though, if you're gonna do that and you're gonna say that, he's not really gonna get many opportunities, is he? So you can't just limit yourself to the Midlands. He's gonna have to step outside his comfort zone at some point. So I don't know, but the fact that you've said his defensive setup has kind of put me off a little bit again. But I do think that even if a manager is defensively minded, I still think it doesn't mean that they don't kind of show more going forward. Moore's showing nothing going forward and all defensive. So it just depends what balance it is, I suppose. But yeah, thank you for that. Blue Terrier, here we are, his formations and team selections. So you go for a 4-3-3 here. Nichols, Spencer, Balker, Hellick, Jackson, Hogg, Radone, Matos, and Karoma, and Radulovic with Thomas. I want to check my lineup, guys, because I think I've missed out. I've missed out Radone. I cannot believe it, guys. I usually pick Radone, but I didn't. Hang on, let me I thought I'd put Radone in there. In that case, I would probably switch Kasumu out, actually, guys. I'm going to make a late change here. I'm going to put Kasumu out, and I'm going to put Radone in there instead. So, yeah, that's my lineup. I cannot believe I forgot my star boy, Radone, who I really like. But, yeah, I feel really bad now. But, yeah, sorry, Radone. I didn't mean to miss you out, actually. That was very bad of me. But anyway, that is my lineup. So I just want to correct myself. So, yeah. But, yeah, anyway, going back to you, Blue Terry. Sorry about that. Yeah, I mean, decent lineup. I think, obviously, you've gone with Hogg again. Now, that's interesting because I think Hogg really shouldn't be starting games anymore for me. I know, obviously, he's got great leadership and things, but he's just making so many errors. The basic passing is just totally off from him. He's not been the same for quite a while now. So, for me, that's why I've kind of put him on the bench. But, yeah, we've gone for similar, though, to be fair. You've put Healy on the bench and you've put Hogg in. So you've made two. Your lineup's only two different than mine. So yeah, decent lineup to be fair. Decent. Aiden says 3-5-2. So you're going with the stubborn Moore tactics of formation, but I suppose some people like to do a formation based on what the manager will do, but I want to just do what I wish would happen. I suppose I'm kind of different like that. But yeah, anyway, you've presumably gone with Nichols in goal. Balker, Hellick. Below me, net, you've gone all over with Balker, Hellick, Hogg, Spencer, Radone, Matos, Kasumu, Thomas with Karoma, and Radulovic up front. I've dropped Healy because I don't think I saw anything impressive from him last week. I mean, look, it's only his first game, Aiden. Obviously, we didn't see much of him. He didn't really, like I said, we're never really going to see the best of our attackers until we actually go forward more, and that's the problem I've got. So, Healy, I think there's a player in there potentially, but we're just going to have to be patient maybe and see how he goes. But yeah, he was quite quiet last weekend. He couldn't really get into the game, but yeah, it was only his first game, so we'll let him off. But yeah, fair enough, decent. In order for Darren Moore to keep his job, in your opinion, is it a must win or must not lose with a draw face? Then take it on a game-by-game basis. Sheffield Wednesday follows next weekend. Good evening to you, Michael, by the way, and welcome on in. For me, this is a must-win. There's no excuses. There really is no excuses here. And even if a draw... No, and by the way, a draw is no good. We've had enough draws already this season to actually cope with. Draws are not enough in this situation. And if we do draw this game or we lose it, Darren Moore has to go. So draw or lose, he has to go. It's as simple as that. So he has to win it. Otherwise, for me, no. Time to go. Joshua says, could someone give me a brief summary of Huddersfield's history? I know about them being a champion. Also, could someone also name the bright sparks in your team? Wow, we've had a long, illustrious history, Joshua. We won the league 3 times in a row in the 1920s, and obviously we did get to the Premier League once upon. Like I said, we've been on a journey really. From obviously, I remember when we were back in League One, and we got promoted to the Championship, and then we managed to get up to the Premier League. Not obviously straight away, but obviously over time. And yeah, we never expected our team to be in the Premier League. It's just madness. I just I still feel so lucky and privileged to be able to say that I saw my team in the Premier League. You know, it was just fairy tale stuff. The bright sparks in our team. I mean, yeah, obviously I'll go through a few, and obviously anybody else that wants to kind of say. I certainly think Radoni. I think he's more with promise rather than, but he does bring that spark for me. I think he does try and make things happen. Karoma can have the only problem is with our team is consistency, and I think Karoma is another one where he can show moments, but he doesn't do it consistently. But Karoma, I like him on the wing. Like I said, the new attackers that we've got, we can't really say much about them yet, but they look good. In defence, Helik's a brick wall for us at the back. Great defender, great experience for the player at Barnsley. And yeah, good all-round defender for me. I think he's solid. And also loves a goal as well. I've got 8 goals this season, can you believe? And yeah, I mean, obviously Hogg's been a legend for us over the years. And 10 years he's been at the club, Hogg, yeah. And yeah, Nichols is good on his day. I'm saying through the whole of the team, but I do think we have got some quality in there. We just haven't been able to find the consistency. And plus, the manager changes haven't really helped as well. So yeah. John says, sadly, mate, he was booed because he was too defensive. We set him not to lose in 99% of his games. Oh dear. Well, John, I know obviously we were in the same league when John used it, but my memory deceives me. And obviously, when you don't really watch a team week in, week out, it's hard to kind of judge what kind of manager he was. But I thought he was. I didn't think he was that. So maybe my decision has to be changed then, because I certainly don't want a similar style to Moore, because that would be very contradictory of me. So I think you've kind of changed my mind now, John. I'll have to rethink who I potentially want to come in. But right now, to be honest with you, I'm not desperate for another coach or manager or whatever. I would take anybody at this point other than this guy that we've got in charge. But I don't want a similar guy to Moore. So, yeah, you've kind of made me change my tune. So, yeah, interesting. I forgot Keeper Nichols to go and goal, mate. Sorry about that, mate. No worries, Aiden. It's fine, don't worry. Don't think the formation is the problem. I think the tactics win the formation. You can play 3-5-2 and still play attacking football. I'm not saying I don't like the 3-5-2, but I just don't think it suits the current players, though, either, for me. I don't know. There's something about that formation that maybe... I don't know. Just don't think it brings the best out of these players. But I do agree in terms of the tactic. The tactics is shocking as well, which is probably making it 10 times worse. In fact, it is making it 10 times worse. So, yeah, good point. I do get your point. It can still be classed as an attacking brand of football if we had a manager that wants to win and wants to play attacking football. So, yeah, I do get you there. And Josh said, I don't know much about most of the Championship side's history due to me growing up as a United fan. Yeah, no worries, mate. I mean, obviously, I'll probably not give you the most best history kind of lesson, but, our history is out there on the internet, so you can kind of go and have a look if you're interested. But, yeah. Like I say, I kind of did a bit of the history. Michael says there are some good managers out there. Steve Cooper, Eustace, Gary Rowett, then there's Lampard and Wayne, who both want to get back into management. Rooney didn't have good record at Birmingham. I mean, yeah, obviously Steve Cooper. The thing is with these managers, yeah, whenever I base my decision off if I like that manager from what they've done in the past. And Steve Cooper is obviously not popular around these parts, let's just say. But do you have to, and I'm going to ask this question to the chat as well, do you have to kind of put that to one side to a degree and think, would Steve Cooper be able to come in and really get the results that we need to stay in this division? Do I have to put my agenda, I suppose, I should say, to one side and kind of say, look, Steve Cooper's the best option, then maybe we should go for Steve Cooper. It's a tricky one because I want to be able to like the person. And obviously, if he does get results, then we will like him. But I don't know. It's just one of those. I don't know. In terms of Gary Rowell, I'm not sure about him. Lampard and Rooney, I mean, I'm sorry, but the jury is well up, well and truly up with these guys in Lampard and Rooney. Rooney was terrible at Birmingham. He really was. He downgraded them so badly. And, I just think he wouldn't be the answer either. So, yeah. We want Fotheringham. I mean, look, I detested Fotheringham. But, I never thought I'd be saying this, but I actually preferred Fotheringham over Darren Moore. And maybe that's making myself a hypocrite with the amount of abuse that I gave Fotheringham. But it's the truth. I didn't realise we could get any worse than Fotheringham, and we have. So, yeah. Blue Taste, I have a feeling about Michael Duff will be the next one if he change manager. I mean, Michael Duff, again, is a good shout because I remember, before, at the end of last season when we were thinking Warnock wouldn't stay on, I said I would love Michael Duff coming in. So he potentially might be one of my candidates now at the top of the list. And I do think he's a very good manager, is Duff. And, if it did happen, and you were right, Blue Terrier, I wouldn't be complaining. I'd be quite happy with that appointment. So, yeah, we'll have to see. But, yeah, good shout. We'll go back to Mr. Comment. It took Mowbray 3 games to win 2 games. Rooney took 15 games to do that. Brilliant player, but Rooney is a horrific manager. I mean, to be honest, I think it's a case of Rooney's had jobs based off what he did as a player, and that's the only reason he's had the jobs that he's had. But yeah, Mowbray's a good appointment for you guys, isn't it? To be fair, I think he's a good man. In fact, I was saying that I would love Mowbray at Huddersfield, but obviously you beat us to it and acted before us in a responsible manner, whereas our hierarchy can say that they didn't, because they're just hanging on, wasting time, wasting games away, basically, because we aren't getting results under this manager. We're wasting games away, and obviously Birmingham have beat us to that appointment of Mowbray. I think Mowbray would have been a class appointment for us, but yeah, you've got him now. So Michael says also, I forgot to add Warnock as potential, but I don't know what his relationship with the owners before he left. I mean, to be honest with you, Michael, we kind of mentioned this on the last stream, actually, and I just can't see Warnock coming back. I think it was pretty evident. You don't have to be behind the scenes to realize this, by the way, as well. It was pretty evident the way it ended was very sour, and, with the way Warnock was treated, I just think it's shocking, really. So I don't think he will come back, I'm afraid. I really don't. He's done his bit for us, more than done his bit for us, should I say. So, no, he won't come back. He won't come back to us. But, yeah, wishful thinking, of course. Does anyone in this chat spot a frame size like a second team? Joshua says, Cooper is a brilliant manager, but I don't think he would take a job at the bottom half club in the Championship. I mean, yeah, you could say that, but then you could say, look what he did with Forest. Obviously, I know Forest was obviously at the bottom of the bottom edge of the table when he took. I don't know if it was when he took over, but there was at the bottom of the table, and he managed to rate. So you could see this as a project, but he's going to have to see that. Does he think he can get the best out of these players, and can he see that project aligning to his kind of ideas as well? But I get what you're saying, I do, but he could see it as something differently. But yeah, why isn't Steve Cooper popular with Huddersfield? Well, obviously the history of us and Forest isn't that great. Obviously the playoff final as well. Obviously that was horrible. Obviously Steve Cooper was in charge at Forest that day. A lot of conspiracy theories about John Moss taking that game. Obviously, Steve Cooper's dad's friend was John Moss, so there was a bit of controversy around that. I just think he's been a bit of an idiot towards us, when we've come up against him. So, yeah, that's why he's not popular. Steve Cooper is an excellent manager, but he already said he isn't willing to step back down to the Championship, waiting for a Prem job. Oh, is that what he said? Ah, right. Fair enough. Sometimes, though, you have to drop back down to the Championship to kind of start. Well, because really at Forest, he struggled towards, for quite a while at Forest. So he may, if he wants to maybe drop down again, he can. But if he's not willing to, then that's his choice. If we had to pay compensation, I would be looking at people like John Messinio, Ian Evatt, John Brady. I mean, yeah, John Messinio at Portsmouth, by the way, is a good shout. I think he would be class. And also Ian Evatt. Ian Evatt's been a name that's been mentioned in the chat before. I think Ian Evatt would be a good appointment too. So I'm getting some names together here. Maybe Michael Duff, maybe John Messinio, or maybe Ian Evatt. I'm not sure about John Brady, but I don't even know. Remind me where John Brady's from, because that name probably will ring a bell to me, but I can't think of where he's from. But yeah, so I've got 3 names, guys, for manager. But anyway, we're gonna have to wait and see, because I don't know which order. I will get back to you on that. I'll work it out. I'll have a think about it. But yeah, obviously compensation comes into those equations. So will Nagel be willing to do that? Potentially. But yeah, we'll just have to see. Joshua says that was a question meant for you as well. All right. Well, obviously, Man United obviously is kind of in the family as well. On my side, obviously, my family obviously kind of grown up in a United family, but obviously supported my local team as well. So in Huddersfield, so mind you, Manchester's not that far from me either. Well, Huddersfield's not that far from me anyway. So, but yeah, I kind of grew up in a United supporting family, but then I still went to Huddersfield games more. So yeah, that's kind of my situation. But yeah, obviously I've got a soft spot for United, definitely. Northampton got them top 10 in their first season back in League One. Oh, right, yeah. Well, apologies to John Brady. I don't like to discredit anybody here, and obviously I wasn't trying to be rude by saying who he's in, but yeah, obviously in Northampton. So yeah, he looks quite a good coach. I'll have to have a look at him. My prediction of this game, I'm going to go for QPR 2-2 draw. Armstrong chair from them, and Froze Balk from Karoma. Nice one. Yeah, we're going to get back to the preview. Obviously, it's lovely to speak. Obviously, we've kind of diverted into like manager situation. But let's get back to the game, because we are going to wrap up very soon, by the way. So thoughts on the game. I think if you're looking on form of both of these teams, it's not going to be the best watch, is it? But the fact is, as long as you get the result, that's what counts the most. But like I said, unfortunately, getting positive results are being few and far between with this current manager we have, from our perspective. And I think it's hard to be confident, as I said earlier, going into this game, because, like I said, I have no confidence in Darren Moore anymore. I haven't for some time, to be fair. I gave him a chance. I did give him a chance, and I did give him time. But the writing's been on the wall for so long now, in my opinion. It's just been shocking. So yeah, I've not got any confidence, and I don't think the majority of the fan base haven't either. And yes, I know QPR's form very poor, but that's irrelevant to us, because we still do the same thing every week, no matter who we play. We just need to put 10 men behind the ball and look to counter-attack. We did that in the last 2 weeks, for example, against teams that are around us, that are struggling down there with us. I also think they're also the home side. They're on the back of a win. They've been given a bit of a boost from that win. They'll have had a bit of confidence from that. And I think we're just in free fall, us. And we're just slowly moving towards the end of the season. Like we're coasting. We're coasting to the end of the season. That's how I see it. We've already stressed this, but make no mistake, this game is make or break for Moore. and he knows it. Like you said, people have told me earlier. Apparently, in the press conference today, he was very defensive. What was said? He was very thingy about when he was asked about his future at the club. So he looks a man under serious pressure, and I think he's being given that pressure through conversations, as I said, with Nagel and things. So, like I say, win. In fact, like I said, draw or lose, he's gone. It's as simple as that. Draws aren't enough in this situation. Like I said, we're still winless in 2024. And how Moore is still in a job, it just baffles me completely. Absolutely baffles me. I think, and I think it's fair to say over 20 games is enough to make a judgment on a manager. In fact, it's maybe too long. And if no results have happened, then it has to happen. He should have got rid of him sooner. And a lot of clubs would have acted sooner. But yeah. Love to hear it. Joshua says, yeah. Michael says, when will your next watch long be and which teams? So it will be this game on Sunday. Obviously, our game on Sunday. So yeah, Sunday lunchtime, I'll be coming on and doing a watch along there, and hopefully see some of you guys there. But yeah, doing a watch along for that, and then I'll be doing Man United game on Thursday against Wolves. So yeah, I love the watch alongs. I love doing commentary. I've always loved doing commentary, to be fair. It's always been something that I've loved to do. But yeah, Alex says hello. Hello to you, Alex. Hope you're well. So let's get into the score predictions. Aiden's gone for a 2-2. You think we're going to score 2 goals? Interesting. I mean, I know they've conceded goals as well, so it may make sense, to be fair. But we concede goals easily, but we very rarely score 2. It's hard enough getting 1 with this setup. But I'm afraid I have to stick to what I think here, and my prediction is a 2-1 loss here. I think, not because I want to see... Well, I do want to see Darren Moore, but people are saying, kind of, would people like to see us lose or maybe draw on Sunday so Moore goes? That's not what that's my thinking behind it. I just can't see us winning this game because I would be a hypocrite to say that otherwise, because if I was to say that you may scrape a draw, I won't be surprised if we scrape a draw, but I just think we won't win this game. I just can't see it. I'm just going to go for a 0-0 draw. Fair enough. I think it'll be a draw. The draw specialist in the championship. I mean, good point. We are the draw specialists, to be fair. So you might probably be right, to be fair. And Aiden, I think Aiden's prediction might be the best one here, to be honest with you. I'm not sure about each of these teams' form. Both teams are shocking, Joshua. QPR haven't won in... QPR have won 1 in 7, and we haven't won in 4, and we're winless in 2024. Both teams, have picked up so little wins this season. So yeah, it's been a disaster for us. In fact, and we're going to get into the... so we're going to show you the table, guys, and then yeah, we've kind of gone over the hour mark here, but I don't mind extending a slight bit over, but we are nearly there. It's been great to chat to you all. Thank you all for coming in tonight, by the way. I really appreciate that. But yeah, here's the table. And so obviously QPR sit 22nd at the moment with 24 points. We're just above them on 27 points. Now, obviously, they've got the better goal difference, so that if they do win QPR, they go out of the relegation zone and send us in it. So, yeah, they've got the better goal, only by a couple of goals, to be fair. So, it's not like it's a massive difference, goal difference-wise, but they still have the better goal difference, so they'll go above. So that's the table as it stands at the moment. So be interesting to see what happens. But that is the table. So a win for us, which if a miracle happens, then it could see us go 6 points clear of that bottom three, depending on what Sheffield Wednesday. In fact, Sheffield Wednesday won't be playing this weekend because they're in FA Cup action. So it will be, it could potentially be a 6 point gap. If we draw, it'll stay the same, obviously. But if we lose, like I said, we're going in the bottom three. So that's the match preview done. But I do want to finish with some club news to end with anyway, because obviously we kind of tend to do this in the previews. So Ollie Turton has picked up another injury, bless him. Out for another 4 months. I think serious questions really have to be asked in the medical department at the club. It really does. I mean, what on earth is going on? Turton's only just come back from a serious cruciate ligament injury, the worst injury you can get in football. Been out for a year now, and he's already got injured. He played in the BT game the other day. Played 45 minutes. He's picked up an injury, a different related injury, but that doesn't matter. The fact is, his recovery is the most important, and the medical department, again, are not doing their jobs, and that's as simple as that. And I do feel sorry for Ollie. I do. So unlucky. You got to feel sorry for him. But you expect that you will get the best recovery programs from the medical department, which clearly hasn't happened, and not be rushed back. And now this happens. No surprise there. It's very poor from the staff whose job is to actually help players. These 2 injuries as well could really... It's not just about... The fact is, he's going to be missing for us now for age now, okay. But you never know what this could do to a player's kind of... I don't know what the word... They may not ever recover from stuff like this because he's already been out for a year. Now he's got another injury. Will he ever get back to the levels that maybe we were starting to see from him, before we got this bad, really serious injury? There's question marks there. So you just, I feel bad for him. I really do. And his bad luck with injuries is there to be seen as well. But yeah, the medical department, I'm sorry, but it seems to me like we need another medical department, as well as a new manager. So yeah. But yeah, that's the first bit of news I want to share. What are your plans for your podcast going forward? Do you plan to do collaboration with other Huddersfield Town content creators? Also, will you look at getting sponsorship for your podcast? Michael says, well, good questions. Obviously, I do like to get other fans on if I can. I haven't really got any kind of close collaborations I've had in the past. So it's a case of maybe seeing if anybody would want to collab with me, maybe, and see what happens. But potentially, there is potential there. Could do. It might be a good idea, might it? Also, we'll be looking at sponsorship for your podcast. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really know. I don't think so. I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, if a sponsorship obviously came along, then yeah, of course. But I'm not really sure. I haven't really thought about that, to be honest with you. But I suppose if an opportunity came, then you'd have to see. But always be good to be sponsored by somebody, I suppose, wouldn't it? So it would be something good for the channel. So why not? Why am I not surprised? I mean, yeah, no. Aiden, honestly, it's just a shambles, an absolute shambles. It's just getting ridiculous, this with the club. You can have Gary O'Driscoll, who was brought in this season. I believe by United, we've sacked him now. I mean, to be fair, we don't really want to go that, mind you. I don't really know enough about Gary O'Driscoll, to be honest with you, to kind of say that he would be good fit. But I've kind of really got my top 3 now. It's just what order I will go in. I'll have to figure that out. But yeah, So Jim's made the decision. He's part of our medical department. Oh, he's part of the medical department, right? Well, if he was sacked by United, then I'm not sure he's any good at doing his job. I know obviously the levels between the two clubs are huge, but yeah, if he's, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't really know many people from the medical department. He used to be at Arsenal, to be fair enough. But yeah, last bit of news, Loy Kaina has joined Ross County on loan for the rest of the season. One of our youngsters who has obviously been on the bench a few times this season. Also come on, I believe, as well. But yeah, he's gone out on loan to get some experience up in Scotland, of course. I think it's a good loan for him, really, to be honest with you. I think he's got potential. He's a good player. I think I've seen glimpses of what he can do. But yeah, just to gain that experience, hopefully it works out for him up there and he gets plenty of minutes and he can really progress and come back to us and be a different player like Brodie Spencer, obviously. Obviously, I know Brodie Spencer's loan was quite brief at Motherwell, but he still went out on loan and he really did do a massive thing to him when he came back because we've seen what we're seeing now. But yeah, so best of luck to Aina for the rest of the season at Ross County. Oh yeah, also a great deal with Lincoln from midfield, I've heard. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that link Aiden actually with that midfielder because I believe the fee that's been talked about is completely off because if you look online, his market value is worth is at £1 million, and we've kind of that particular report said that we'd offered 250,000 or something. So I don't think there's any truth in that, to be fair, but I could be wrong, but I just don't think it's true. Michael says even if Darren was to keep Huddersfield if he survives, probably still look at replacing him in the summer. Listen, Michael, trust me on this one. Darren Moore, if we keep him in charge, we will not survive. It is simple as that. And I have no agendas against anybody, but it's simple, it's clear. He isn't getting the results that is required to keep us in this division. Consistent results. He's scraping draws and thinking that's acceptable. In fact, a draw is a win to him. And then he's losing so many games. He's winning the odd game. It's not going to be enough to keep us up this season. So, and like I said, I don't see it improving. So if we keep with him, we're down. But yeah, if this scenario did happen, then I agree we still have to replace him this summer because I don't believe he's a long-term vision for this club. Not at all. Absolutely not at all. But, I just don't want him to stay any longer. I hope on Sunday night we will be free and we will start to look for him. I think, to be fair, I think they'll already have been looking at managers and kind of maybe contacting a few before, so they may have something in place. We just don't know, do we? Don't know what's going on behind the scenes, really. So, but obviously the hunt for the new manager, hopefully starts on Sunday. For the best of this football club, that's what needs to happen. So yeah. Josh, you see, we brought him with a higher because Arsenal didn't have many injuries this season. He was at Arsenal. It worked because of all the injuries. He came in last September. He came in last season. He said, "Oh, fair enough. Well, we'll have to see." But like I say, the medical department at our club is seriously underwhelming us. But yeah, that is it. We've got to the end of the stream now. This stream has been fantastic. We've loved all your contributions in this chat tonight. I really appreciate everybody that's dropped by. If you are watching this on playback, please do make sure to smash a like. Subscribe if you are new. If you just stumble across this video, just like Joshua did on Monday. If you stumble across this video and you like what you hear, please, if you can subscribe. We're on the road to 400. We're only 8 away now. Any shares as well really helps the channel too. And I really appreciate everybody's support on that one. So yeah, obviously we're back on Sunday for the watch along. I've been full of mistakes, guys. Tonight I've been in such a daydreamy mood. I'm not sure what's going on, but but we got there. We got there, and I think yeah, it's one of those great stream. Mate. Always love watching it. Yeah, big up to you, Aiden. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Always, always in the chat. Always supporting. I appreciate you. But yeah, have a good rest of the weekend. If you are about on Sunday and you fancy popping into the chat, obviously, like I said, live watch along 2-hour game this Sunday lunchtime. Kickoff is at 1:30, so I'll be going live at 1:15 for the watch along to this game. It'll be fun and games watching this game because you'll probably see me ranting and it'll probably be I don't know, you'll probably enjoy it, but I don't know if I'll enjoy the result, but we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you do. I don't know what I was going to say. I've been full of mistakes, and honestly, this has been a terrible stream, but I appreciate everybody's excellent stream. Bright Michael says, big up to you. Thank you for joining, Michael. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to shut up waffling now. I'm going to let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy tomorrow. And I'll see you on Sunday. But yeah, until next time, take care, everybody. And thank you for your support. And as always, up the town, Daramua out, out, out. See you later. Take care, everybody.